Usually when you hear the words Unity and horror game in the same sentence, your mind goes straight to recycled entities with horror stock sound effects thrown on.
Come get you some crunchy, boy.
And on the base level, you'd be right. But what if you got to play as a ghost hunter from one of those TV shows?
Who were you touching earlier? What was her name? Your mom?
Sylvio is an indie horror game released in 2015, developed single-handedly by Nicholas Swanberg. Through a Kickstarter campaign in 2014, the game got fully funded with over 19,700 SEK, which when translated into US currency is around $2,000. In order to market his game for funding, he sent his game on a USB stick to game magazines, reviewers, and pretty much anybody who could promote his game. Sylvio uses audio as the forefront of the game's mechanics rather than just a supporting feature. The core gameplay revolves around electronic voice phenomena, a phenomenon that describes unexplainable voices in sound recordings.
Do you want me to leave this space? Say yes or no.
I'm over here stroking my dick. I got lotion on my dick.
Capturing ghost voices using a reel-to-reel recorder, then analyzing and interpreting the audio. The recordings are analyzed by playing them at different speeds, either forwards or backwards. Hidden messages are often difficult to hear, so thankfully the messages are written down in Juliet's notepad. The only problem is the majority of them are in cursive, which I can't fucking read. 8 p.m. Chelsea. Boomy. Roomy? Boomy? I don't fucking know. Boomay? The entire game is spent by yourself, going from place to place and analyzing audio recordings. There's almost no dialogue in the game, besides the small comments Juliet makes to herself. There's no NPCs, no physical monsters, not even the sounds of animals like birds or bugs. There are clues, however, that somebody was there.
Someone's been here recently. That's a lit cigarette. Oh, and another locker.
Security cameras can be found throughout the park, as if someone's on the other side, watching you. The game really encourages you to fully explore the environment. There's no clock or timer for each level, you can stay as long as you like. You'll find things that don't really change the story much, but give more context if you're interested in the game's narrative. Due to the landslide, we aren't able to get a full picture of what the park was like in its prime, but it's spread across acres and acres of land. There are roller coasters, circus tents, and even cabins and lodges for staff members to live in. Of course now, all dismantled and coated in a thick gray fog. The entire park feels cut off from time, forgotten by the world. You later learn that this park was the setting for massive amounts of deaths, either from ride malfunctions or the landslide. But one name is constantly being brought up throughout the entire game: Charles Wyman. Charles Wyman, being one of the many spirits trapped in the park, is often referenced and brought up by many other spirits in the park.
I know what Father does to those who doesn't obey him, and I know my life will end if they find me.
As well as the character Bobby is brought up by spirits as being responsible for their death.
What do you want from me?
Leave. Leave. Bobby. You little shit.
The spirits in the park are actively aware of Juliet's presence. They speak in distorted fragments. Some seem confused about how they died. The ones who are aware are only able to give 2 or 3 words of what happened.
What happened to you?
A lot of the horror in this game is subtle. The tone is slowly built up instead of thrown in your face. There's no music cues to tell you that something's supposed to be scary. All there is you. The EVP device doubles as a sort of compass. The strength and clarity of a sound helps guide you towards the objective. The world is deliberately quiet and sparse. When a new sound suddenly appears in the distance, it instantly spikes tension because it shouldn't be there. A lot of reviews on this game largely discuss the same problems. A good idea, but not great execution. Sylvio is definitely not for everyone. Much of the discomfort and eeriness comes from what you take in from the environment. Some areas feel like constructed memories rather than real locations. Paths in the park seem to loop and lead to nowhere. Much of the park itself feels symbolic, as if maybe you're not actually in a real place. I will admit, halfway through the game, you kinda get the gist of everything. At the beginning, it's creepy and intriguing hearing each ghost story and piecing together what really happened. But as you play more and more, the effect starts to nullify, and for people constantly looking for scares, this game isn't gonna deliver that. And there are many things in the game that just never get answered, like the significance of the woman in the glass pictures. She never comes up in the story, and I have no idea why we're constantly breaking them throughout the game. Sylvio doesn't end with a jump scare or a clear resolution. It ends the way a real haunting might, with lingering questions and an uneasy feeling that something was left unsaid. In Juliet's world, silence isn't peace, it's merely static, and in the static, the dead are still talking. You just have to listen.
Who is Sylvio?
On the bus.